Hi, it's Ashley Needles here, author of Falling Moon, and I wanted to talk a little bit about why I decided to write erotica, other than the reasons that are socially correct. For one, being feminist, I think we should make consent sexy, those types of things. So the things that aren't correct, that aren't politically correct about it, the things that are just about personal reasons. So I went through a divorce, or I'm going through a divorce, I guess, and I wanted to focus on what I wanted versus what had happened in the past. So I decided to write an erotica because I wanted to focus on my needs, my desires, what I really thought a guy was, and to really understand my perception of men, really understand my perception of the world, and I guess for my own psychology, to delve into my own psychology of what the world is. So, Falling Moon is about a girl who is super powerful, like goddess type powerful, because I've always wanted superpowers, because that'd be awesome. I really wish I had superpowers. And then it's about a guy who's human, but she infects him with a virus that makes him superhuman. And I get to explore the different roles and stuff and get to give them conflict and all these different things. Partly the superpowers is what creates the conflict, which you wouldn't think. Because, Saren, she can't control her powers. And I feel like a lot of time, women in society, when we are powerful, the world becomes afraid of it, and we ourselves are afraid of our own power. Um, I know that I was really afraid of my own power, especially in my marriage. And then being single, I suddenly get to revel in it. I get to love my own power and honor my own person. And it's been this really life-changing experience, we'll put it that way. Yeah. I really loved it. Hey, baby, you want to get in my light? You want to tell everybody hi? Tell everybody hi. Huh? Give them love. Give them love. That's Mescabits. She's my favorite dog on the whole planet. Yeah, she's so freaking adorable. Um, Not enough pets, huh? She needs petted about 200 times per hour. Yeah, or more. Sorry, I'm shaking the light, but um, anyway, so yeah, I just think that when you're going through a divorce, writing a book can be one of the most healing things you can do for yourself. If it's, I mean, like Elizabeth Gilbert, she wrote Eat, Pray, Love, which became her best-selling, best-known book, even though she'd been working as an author tons before that. She'd written tons of books before Eat, Pray, Love, but they weren't really getting read. And then she comes out with Eat, Pray, Love, and it became this phenomenon. And I don't think that I'll ever get to that status, though I really want to. Like, I would love to be the next J.K. Rowling. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. Or Suzanne Collins, or I mean, just any of them. You're so gross. My puppy is licking me. I'll tell me more. Thank you. Yeah, my dog is mostly trained in Spanish, so some people think it's Italian because I tell her atravesiamo, which is from Eat, Pray, Love, which means let's cross over to the other side, because going through the divorce, it's like atravesiamo, I want to cross over to the other side, and that sounds so much better than, cross over to the other side. It's so much more, it has so much more poetry to it. So yeah, I tell my dog atravesiamo. Um, yeah. So I'm a huge fan of Elizabeth Gilbert and a huge fan of these other women, and I want to be that. And that's why I'm studying to be an author, and I try to learn something new every day about writing, and that is because it's the one field where women are really dominant and have been for a very long time, is in the writing world. Women are able to make a ton of money in writing. I think women are actually earn more money as authors than men do for the most part. I mean, not entirely, but yeah. So I'm hoping to be a best-selling author. It's a goal of mine. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but yeah. Oh, so this guy I was dating him when I was writing Falling Moon, and he didn't read it, he didn't leave a review for me. He had to go, right? He totally had to go. But this other guy, I really liked him, and then he read my book, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's amazing," blah. But he didn't leave me a review, right? And I was like, dang it, do I really want to like this guy? So I have this problem. I'm like, do I want to like this guy? Because he read my book, which is really cool, and he did like it, and but he didn't have the guts to post a review. Is that because it's an erotica, or is it just because he's busy, or did he just not think about it? I don't know. So if you're gonna date an author, be prepared to give her a little bit of support. Leave her a 5-star review. I mean, even if you don't say anything about it, just, it's really cute. So I love people who left me 5-star reviews for my first book. Oh my gosh, I had 8 people leave me 5-star reviews, and I'm so honored. I felt so pleased by that. It was just the coolest thing in the whole world. I was like, yay. Maybe I do have a future in writing. Maybe. I don't know. I really want to, so I hope I can get good. I really want to be a phenomenal author. And, I've had to do a lot of self-education. I go through YouTube videos like Jenna Moreci and other people, and I'm going through all these psychology books as well, and, all these different things. And then I've bought several books off of Amazon, audiobooks about writing, and so I've gone through those, and I'm just struggling so hard though, because I'm writing in present continuous tense, which most people don't even know what that is. So, um, and it's hard to find any other books written in this tense. But it's my favorite tense because it's present and it's continuous, which means it's ongoing. And then it's first person, because for me, first person is very immediate, and I feel like I'm more in the story, like Twilight was written first person. Now, so recommendations people have given me to look at are the Dresden Files, but those are past tense. And Gone Girl, which is written both present tense and past tense, but it's present perfect, it's not present continuous tense. So I really am having a hard time finding any present continuous first person books, but if you know what that is and you want to make a comment down below with the books that are present continuous tense, the first person present continuous tense, let me clarify, it has to be first person present continuous tense. I'd really, really appreciate that because, yeah, I need it. I need some authors to study who write in that tense. So that's it for now. I am making more YouTube videos, or at least trying to get my butt in gear again. I had a partner and she moved away, so I've been kind of bummed and haven't been making videos because of that, because I really miss her, and every time I went to make a video it just made me sad because I missed her. Yeah. So yeah, I need another YouTube partner, dang it. I need somebody else who can make YouTube videos with me, because I hate making them myself because I feel like a total nerd, and I have a hard time ending them, obviously, because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to end this, and then I just keep blathering on and saying nothing, like right now. Yeah. But anyway, first person, present continuous tense. If you know any books that are in that, please send them my way. Lots of love, ciao. And my book is on Amazon. It's called Falling Moon. It's under Ashley Needles. I'm actually writing under my own name, partly because I plan to change my own name. My name means Meadow of Sorrow Needles. Yeah, it's kind of a horrible name to have. So I want to change it. And I've been, as a rebirth, when my divorce is final, I'm going to probably yeah, it was so funny. When the divorce started, I went hang gliding, and it was just so nice to float above the world, and so symbolic, to just be like, I'm free now, I'm flying, and it's one of those things that you just got to do for yourself, is you just got to start having adventures when you're going through muck and mire, and you got to just do things for yourself. And at first I started writing a book about my marriage. I did. I started writing about the stuff that went wrong, and it was a very personal book, and it was very heartbreaking. And I got to a point where I just couldn't work on it anymore because it was making me very depressed and sad. And I just didn't want to do that anymore. So now I'm just focusing on writing stuff that I want to write, stuff that's happy, that's funny, that's me. Granted, Falling Moon isn't very funny, but, and Breathing Fire isn't either. Breathing Fire is my book that I work on when I can't work on Falling Moon anymore, because I get, yeah. Breathing Fire is cool. Okay, so Breathing Fire is about these women who find dragon eggs, right? And they hatch the dragon eggs by using them as dildos. And yeah. And the men, they try to find the dragon eggs and kill them and stuff and stop them. And what it is it's about our society suppressing women's sexuality, because when the women, they explore their sexuality and everything else, they become fiery and they're able, the wings grow out of their back and they become these super powerful beings in this book. And, you know, whereas in this book, women have to do whatever guys say until they become until the symbiotic relationship happens with the dragon eggs. And dragon eggs are really rare. They're almost extinct in this world. And this girl finds one, and you know, there's of course this telepathic relationship between the dragon, and between the symbiote and the girl. And she knows she's gonna die if she doesn't, you know, consummate with the dragon eggs, aka if she doesn't own her own power. So it's a really cool concept that I'm working through. I'm not sure if it's going to make a book right now, but I've started writing it, and I have chapter 1 done, and I'm super excited to get on it, but I'm really trying to get part 2 of Falling Moon finished before I, you know, totally take a break and like focus on that. Of course, Falling Moon has a part 3, but I need a break. I need a break. So I'm going to take a break between part 2 and part 3 for my own needs, like money and stuff. So, you know, I got to go out and work a real job instead of just being an author. Dang it. Dang it. That whole, like, being part of the real world. But yeah, I like working real jobs too. It's so funny. I loved working fast food. Like, I had so much fun. Other people hate working fast food. I loved it. And now with my allergies, I can't. But can I just say, getting a job in the real world with my allergies is like crazy hard. Because I'm like, I'm allergic to everything I used to do. It makes me sad. Yeah, so. Oh well, chemo. Gotta love it. Kidding. I hated chemo. And they didn't even tell me I was on chemo until like 2 years later. Like a year after I was off when my kidney was failing. Yeah, that was awesome. They're like, hey, your kidney's dying. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah. So I was doing the post-chemo care, and even though I didn't know that's what it was, I knew I had to go to the doctor for X, Y, and Z. So I was going in, and they're like, yeah, your kidney's failing. And I'm like, okay. So it was from the Combivir Viread stuff that they had me on for whatever. There was nothing wrong with me. I never had cancer. I'm completely okay. They just put me on it because I was supposedly exposed to a deadly virus, even though I wasn't. Yeah, it was scary stuff. Very scary. That was back in 2006, and life changed for me that day. Those 2 months that I was on that changed the rest of my life. But in both good and bad ways. So I'm trying to focus on the good ways, because it forces me to really pursue a different path than the normal person. Like, I can no longer just get by. I can no longer just, you know, survive and be like, yeah, work the day to day, go where the wind blows. I actually have to have a plan and have a drive and do shit. And my divorce really kicked that into overdrive. Oh my gosh. Divorce is the best thing ever. Like, you think your happiest day is your wedding day? No, no. Your happiest day is the day when you realize that you aren't going to have to live for anyone else anymore. You get to live for yourself. Like, when you truly commit to being like, what's my dream? What's my purpose? Where am I going with my life? What do I want? When you really find that, and even just searching for it, it is the most incredible journey. It is so beautiful. Like, the other day somebody said something about, you would just, you know, cancel out every Disney movie and blah, and I'm like, oh my gosh, don't even get me started on Disney, because first we were talking about this other video, and they're like, well, that just rules out every Disney movie, and I was like, you really want to use that as your argument? Disney's horrible. I was raised to believe, not just with my religion, but with Disney. Disney raised me to believe that my life's purpose was to find my prince. Like, that was my goal in life, was to have a prince. You know, I figured if I needed to find my prince by the time I was 16. This was like when I was like 5 or 6 years old. I thought, when I was 16, my prince would find me, and that would be the end. That would be my happily ever after, right? So I did fall in love at 16. The guy went to prison for 5.5 years. Thank heavens. Oh my gosh, thank heavens. And then he got out, and he was not who I wanted to be with at all. Yeah. Now he's serving a life sentence for murder. Yep. Oh, my life is weird. My life is so weird. Mm. Um, yeah, but I fell in love with a guy when I was 16 who went to prison for murder after we dated, so. Or after he got out of prison after we dated. He went to prison originally because he broke probation for drug use, which was, whatever. But, yeah, I checked up on him a while ago just to see what was up in his life and found out he was in prison for murder. There was a picture of him and everything in the article. I was like, whoa, yeah. Okay, I totally internet stalk people. It's one of my, like, things. Like, there's this one guy who I, like, still have a crush on forever. He's, like, married to this awesome woman and everything else. I don't contact him or anything, but, like, whenever I need to pick me up, I'd, like, go and I'd look at his pictures and see how he's doing. Just be like, oh, yay, yay for him. Be happy for him. Yeah, I'm creepy. I'm totally creepy. Um, but I love seeing people do well in life. I love seeing people be happy and moving on and doing things. Like, even if I can't be a part of it, I just love watching it. It's like, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Anyway, I'm happy for me too. Look at me. I'm doing awesome. I'm like, yay, my life rocks. Um, so I hope that you'll buy the book Falling Moon Part 1 if you haven't already. And I hope you'll leave me a review. Cross my fingers. Yes, it's an erotica. Well, technically erotic novel, but people call it erotica, even though I've like looked into that to see if that's a real word, and apparently it isn't in the English language. But yeah, maybe I need to do more research. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I just want to explore my own power, my own sexuality, my own desires, who exactly is this person that lives inside me, that lives inside this body. Like, people are like, you're so pretty, and I'm just like, that's my body. That's nothing to do with me, you know. But, yeah, I kind of get bored with people telling me I'm pretty, which is really bad. It's really bad. Like, these guys are like, you're so pretty, and I'm like, that makes me sad. Like, that's the only thing you can say about me is that I'm pretty. You can't say I'm creative, I'm bold, I'm smart, I'm opinionated. Which, granted, that's not always a good thing. But I'd still rather be told I'm opinionated than I'm pretty. Yeah. Anyway. But we are all beautiful in our own way. And so, because I truly believe that, like, some of the most beautiful people I know, they're not beautiful in the way that society views beauty, like the cut abs and the muscle and the whatever. They're beautiful because, like, the way their face will have an expression sometimes. Like, when they're talking and they have these interesting facial expressions, or sometimes they'll just look so at peace or so wise, or, like, those people are so beautiful to me. And my friend Trish Hines, she is this person who just has this soft, beautiful skin, and the light will hit it, and I'm just like, wow, she's so pretty. I had this other friend named Laura Roberts, and she just had a million facial expressions, like, and she would just turn her head, and she would look like a different person, and she was beautiful to me because her face was constantly changing depending on the direction you viewed it from. Like, she would look like 1,000 different people in her face, and I loved that about her. Yeah, I've had so many wonderful friends, so many wonderful girlfriends. I just got off the phone talking to one of them. She's amazing. She's this woman who... Nessie, you're shaking the computer, baby. I'm shaking it. Can you not look on the couch again for the bajillionth time? Silly puppy. So anyway, yeah, I just got done talking to her, and, like, she's this very proactive person, right? She's, like, super high energy, everything, and, like, she just takes care of people. She's just always doing stuff to take care of others, and I'm just like, that's beautiful. That's so gorgeous. I wish I was that pretty. So not. I'm not. Yeah. Like, I have a good smile. That's something people have always told me. But that's still just a physical thing. I'm like, where's my inner beauty? What's my inner beauty? I know, I really want a guy to see that one of these days. But let's face it, I live in the world where my photos get a gajillion likes and my like in-depth like this is just like words or whatever get like nothing. That's the world we live in, where photos are like what everybody wants to see. Like everybody wants these photos of people. Like guys, you talk to them and they're like, send me a photo. And I do. I play the game and I am so tired of it. Like, that is not what I want. I'm like, but I mean, it's nice after a while. Like there's this one guy who I talked to. It took him forever, but you know, we were talking for like a year and then he's like, send me a photo. And so I did. I mean, but we've also met in person and things, so. Yeah. But yeah, so I sent him a photo. But I really want somebody who is more than that. I want somebody who's like, tell me the secrets of your soul. You know? And we just don't live in a world that values that doesn't see that anymore. Now you know a secret of my soul, so I'm going to turn off the computer and hide because now I feel really embarrassed. Okay, I love you all. Again, check out Falling Moon, and when it comes out, Breathing Fire. If I do turn that into a book, we'll see. It's kind of naughty. But I have some other books that I've also written. But I haven't finished them. Key is finishing. If you start a book, dang it, finish it. If that is, if it can go anywhere. That is so weird. What's it doing back there? I don't know. I just took my hair out of a messy bun and took the video because I never do my hair. I seriously have not curled my hair in 5 years or more. Yeah, I just don't do it. Part of it is I want to sell my hair because apparently you can sell hair for like $3,000, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So I figure one of these days, if I really need money, I can sell my hair. And then I'll use it to promote my books and die a broke author. Van Gogh of writing. No, I'm kidding. I don't think I'll die broke. Because if nothing else, I can work real jobs. I can, maybe. I don't know. It's funny, I get people still Facebook me, send me Facebook messages asking me for money, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't get money, and I haven't gotten any money from the divorce. Yeah. So, I mean, for a while, my husband had to pay spousal support, but here's the thing. He locked me into it, like, he's like, go to California and get X, Y, and Z, so I did that, and it was really expensive, and then lawyers, and that's where all the money went, dudes. Really, I am just like a regular person now. I am super regular Jane. It's kind of fun being regular Jane again. I miss money, I do, but at the same time, it's the drive for money that keeps me going. It's like I was talking to somebody about it today. I was like, you know, money, it may not be what like the main purpose of life is, but the reason we have money is so it's like what we have to fight for and struggle for, and it's like it's the conflict of the book, you know, like people are like we're struggling with bills and we have all these things and you know all these things trying to take our you know life force or whatever money from us, you know, bills and stuff and things and to survive, and you have to fight every single day to keep going, you know, you have to, and so money gives you this motivation and this purpose, and I used to not see that. Because I used to not care at all about money. It wasn't until having money and seeing what it could do, like the power it had to help people, that I ever started caring about money. You can bark. I'll tell you more. Did the light turn on? Huh? Yeah? Okay. She's a funny girl. Okay, so I've just should cut this into like 3 videos, but since I don't do video editing because it's too annoying, I'm just going to end here because Messy's barking. You done? You done? Huh? Alto. There's a neat trick. Just put your finger on your dog's nose when you're doing something you don't like. Just press down a little bit. Tends to stop them from doing it. It's a really cool trick. Yeah, dog training is my jam. I like training dogs. Of course, I'm allergic to dogs, so I like training hypoallergenic dogs. Think I could be a hypoallergenic dog trainer in the future? I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I love it. I'm like, I could be this, I could do that, I could do that. And it's like, no, really, I couldn't. And that's the world. That's the way life works. Okay, TTFN. Ta-ta for now. I always forget that one. Like, what is that? I have to think for